Welcome back, guys. In this segment, we are going to talk with you about financial aid, and there's going to be some important information that we go over, including how to apply for financial aid and important deadlines that will ensure that you get yourself prepared to pay your tuition for summer and for fall semester. So I've got some really important people here with us. We've got Shanika Ward, who is our Director of Financial Aid, and Jonathan Garrison, who's going to talk with you in a little bit about scholarships that we offer here at the college. So first question for you, Shanika, how common is it for our students to receive financial aid?
It is very common for our students to receive aid. Approximately 70% of our student body here receives some form of financial aid.
Great. And what are the different types of financial aid that our students receive?
The ones that we see here are federal Pell Grant. We also have several different types of North Carolina grants, and we also have a population of students, our military and veteran students, and those students are served by our VA coordinator in our Ryan Veteran Center.
How do students get started with applying for some of that money that you mentioned?
So you will need to go to the fafsa.ed.gov, and that's fafsa.ed.gov. It's the free application for federal student aid website, and that site helps you identify what aid you'll qualify for.
And so that one application helps them for all the different types of aid that we offer?
It does.
Awesome.
Yes.
So we've got students who are watching the orientation now who will be taking summer classes that start in May. We've got students who will be starting in the fall and August. Some students are taking both summer and fall classes. Are there deadlines to complete that FAFSA form for each of those semesters?
Yes, and this is a really important thing to pay attention to. So the deadline for summer is May 3rd in order for us to guarantee that we can process your FAFSA. But one of the things that really kind of trips students up is which FAFSA to complete. And so if you're planning to come for the summer, you will need to now complete the 2020-21 FAFSA for summer. However, if you're planning to come for fall, that deadline is July 15th. And if you're coming in August, you will then need to complete the 2021-22 FAFSA. And I know that can be a little bit confusing for our students. And so if at any time you have questions, we welcome you to email our financial aid customer service representative, and she can help to clarify any questions that you might have. I also would like to note that although we do have these deadlines, that is to guarantee that we can get it done for you. We will try our very best to continue to process those applications after those deadlines. However, we can't guarantee that we'll get them processed if you missed those deadlines. And again, for the summer, the deadline is May 3rd. If you're planning to come in the fall, in August, that deadline is July 15th.
Can a student register for classes either before they've completed that FAFSA form or while they're waiting to receive notification that they've been approved for financial aid? Can they go ahead and work with their advisor to register for summer and fall classes?
Yes, so you can go ahead and register. As a matter of fact, I would encourage you to go ahead and register for your classes. However, it is important to note that if your financial aid is not complete, then you run the risk of those classes being taken away if your financial aid is not in place prior to the start of classes. And so you want to make sure that you're working really hard to get your financial aid file completed, and that would mean checking your email twice a day to make sure that we don't need a form back from you or that you're not missing information so that your application can be processed fully. But yes, please go ahead and work with your advisor to get registered, but keep in mind that your financial aid will play an important factor in those classes staying attached to you.
It doesn't sound too difficult, but do you have any tips for students just to make sure that they're successful with completing that FAFSA form?
I'd say just set aside some time to read through and understand the questions. Know that you will need 2-year prior taxes. So if you're coming in the summer, you'll need to use your 2018 taxes. If you're planning to come in the fall, then you'll need to have access to your 2019 taxes. If you're a student that's under the age of 24, you will also need to be prepared with your parents' financial information, because that will play a role in your FAFSA as well. And so if at any point, again, one of our core values is helpfulness, and we really believe in helping our students be successful. So for that reason, if you have additional questions, email us or contact us at the Financial Aid Customer Service Office.
Good. And how will students know that maybe they're approved for financial aid, or maybe if you guys need additional information to be able to approve them?
Okay, another really important question. We utilize your student email. As soon as you are accepted, you're assigned a student email account. We will communicate with you only through that email account. So I would encourage you to check that account at least twice a day, in the morning, maybe before bed, because in order for us to apply your financial aid, you'll receive something that's called an authorization form. And so all of those forms will come to your student email. And so if you miss a form and it takes a week for you to get it, it could potentially slow down the process for your financial aid, and we definitely don't want that to happen.
Good. So just to recap, it sounds like complete the correct FAFSA form for the correct semester, meet the deadline, check the email, and ask for help from you guys.
Absolutely. We're here to help.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the information, Shanika.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
So Shanika and Davis mentioned lots of different types of financial aid that we have available here at Sandhills. However, we also have scholarships. And I'm here with Jonathan Garrison. He's our Director of Scholarships and the Sandhills Promise. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell our students what types of scholarships we have available?
So that's a great question. We have a few different types of scholarships that are available to you. We have need-based scholarships where donors have given funds and we determine your need based on you filling out the FAFSA that Shanika just talked about. We have merit-based scholarships, which are based on your GPA. They're based on your academic performance, completion rate, several other factors. And then we also have general scholarships that are open to any major. They're open to no matter what discipline you're going into, transfer, nursing, culinary. We have a lot of different general scholarships as well. So we give out almost $500,000 every year in our regular scholarship program. So we've got a lot of opportunities.
That's awesome. How does a student apply for these scholarships?
So you go to scholarships.sandhills.edu, or right on our homepage, if you look at the blocks or little Christmas presents there on the main page, it'll say financial aid, veterans benefits, and scholarships is ours, and then you can go to our scholarship landing page from there.
Cool. So like Davis mentioned, we have students watching this that are applying for both summer and fall semesters. Is there a deadline for these scholarships, and when should students expect to apply?
So this is very important. Our early consideration deadline has passed. That was February 28th, but we are currently under our late consideration deadline period, and that goes through May 1st. So if you're watching this before May 1st, even if it's April 30th at 11:45 p.m., you still need to fill out your scholarship application. After May 1st, if you're watching this in June or July, unfortunately, we do not review scholarship applications that have been submitted after May 1st. So it's really important to get that application in as soon as possible, especially if you've applied for our nursing program or a health science program and you're waiting for late consideration acceptance. Don't wait. Make sure you apply. We don't want anybody to leave any money on the table.
Yeah, definitely not. So you're the Director of Scholarships and the Sandhills Promise. Can you tell us about the Sandhills Promise?
Sure. The Promise is for Moore and Hope County residents who have taken 4 or more CCP courses while they were in high school. So if you are a senior who is about to graduate or has just graduated, congratulations, and you've taken 4 or more courses, you got a 2.0 or higher GPA, you've got a 67% or higher completion rate, then you qualify for the Promise. And our office is going to be sending you different checklists and different documents that you need to fill out. But July 8th is the Sandhills Promise priority deadline. If you're watching this, you've obviously already filled out an admissions application. You need to fill out a FAFSA application as well. You'll need to fill out our scholarship application, and there is a question in the scholarship application that asks you if you are a high school senior. It'll give you your dates of graduation and are you applying for Promise, and you want to check yes. And then once you submit the general scholarship application, that's going to take you to our very brief Sandhills Promise application, and that's going to let our office know that you're planning to attend Fall 21 under the Promise. And then the final requirement that we ask you to submit is an official copy of your high school transcript after you have graduated. It's very important to remember that in order to qualify for the Promise, you have to start the fall semester right after you graduate. So seniors, you can't take a semester off, but you've got to start in the fall semester, well, Fall 21 coming up.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's fantastic information. Thank you very much, both Shanika and Jonathan, for being here and answering our questions. Students, make sure that you fill out that FAFSA and that scholarship application early.